9 months pregnant, preparing to welcome her baby boy Fabian, and then suddenly gone. No call, no warning, no explanation. Welcome back to Lawfully Grounded, where we break down real cases with clarity and respect. This is part 1 of the case of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. On December 22nd, 2023, Savannah Soto was scheduled to be induced into labor. She never arrived. For her family, this was immediately concerning. Savannah was full-term pregnant and preparing for a major life moment. When she didn't show up and couldn't be reached, they knew something was wrong. Her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, was also reported missing. Both of their phones suddenly stopped responding. There was no communication, just silence. Family and community members began searching and sharing her story. Posts spread across social media asking for help. This case carried a heightened sense of urgency. Savannah was not only missing, she was about to give birth. At Lawfully Grounded, we focus on understanding the timeline because every detail matters. Days pass without answers, and then a discovery is made. In part 2, we'll walk through what investigators found. Follow Lawfully Grounded so you don't miss what comes next. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's have a discussion in the comments. Thanks again for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Since a young couple and their unborn child were killed, we are learning about a possible motive in this case.
Christopher Preciado is on trial for capital murder in the deaths of Savannah Soto, Matthew Guerra, and their unborn baby. KSAT's Erica Hernandez shares what the jury heard and saw today in court.
He executed them, and for no other reason than he needed money and Matthew had a lot of it.
Prosecutor Melissa Albin telling a jury that Christopher Preciado executed Matthew Guerra and Savannah Soto in December 2023 for money he knew Guerra had. Soto and Guerra were reported missing and hadn't been heard from in days, but on December 26, 2023, their bodies found inside Guerra's vehicle in an apartment complex parking lot in Leon Valley.
Matthew and Chris had an agreement, an arrangement. They were going to meet at Chris's house to do a transaction. So when Savannah and Matthew got into their car around 11:45 that night and drove straight to his house, they had no idea that they would never return home. Because when they pulled up, Christopher got in the back seat with a gun, and within a minute or so, he shot them in the side and in the back of the head.
But the defense claims this was all a case of self-defense, and despite no gun being found in the car, they say Guerra pulled a gun on Preciado.
A drug transaction gone wrong where a gun is pulled on him by the drug dealer. A struggle and then chaos when shots are fired after that. That is not capital murder.
The jury also getting a closer look at the crime scene on the day the two were found. Soto's family was notified that Guerra's car had been located when they got to the apartment complex. The family saw Savannah's body in the front seat. Body camera footage shows the first responding officer trying to keep the family back and away from the car. Now, it was emotional for both sides of the family, the Guerras and the Sotos, as that body camera footage was shown today. As for Christopher Preciado, if he is convicted, he faces an automatic sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. Testimony will resume tomorrow morning. Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.